Hey everybody, welcome back to Kiwi Full Time 7. I'm Lynn, today's Friday, and this week's topic is sex week. Oh my god, Lynn's talking about sex. That means I get free porn tips, and I get to see all these things on what she's into. No, sorry. Let's start off with the questions before we get down to sex. Crow asked, who do I look up to the most? I'm 5'2". I have to look up to everybody. No, I'm kidding. Lacey from Fight, the lead singer, because when she was little, she got into drugs and she attempted suicide and stuff. Her grandma took her with her to church, and then she started her life just changed, and now she's in Fight Leaf, and now she's famous, and she has a family now, and I don't know. She just inspires me to keep moving, because the fact that she was into stuff like that so bad, and now she's living the dream she wanted, So, I don't know, I just look up to Lacey the most because her story really moved me. Favorite animal? Mina asked, what's my favorite animal? I would say normally I like kittens, because when they're little they just sound so cute when they meow. It's like so high and they're just so tiny, and oh, I just love kittens. They're just so cute. And then but I would have say probably it'd probably be a unicorn. I don't know, I like unicorns. I don't know, it's just something about unicorns. I just really love them. I love to play the game Robot Unicorn. I have a unicorn pillow pet. I have a unicorn stuffed animal, and Mina got me a My Little Pony thing. So it's a cross between ponies / unicorns and kittens, because they're all just so cute. Okay, so Thomas asked, what inspired you to keep doing this channel? As I explained in my video last week, what inspired me to do this is the thought that maybe it can help some people feel like they're not alone in the situation. Oh well, I figured this channel might be helpful to some people in the future, so might as well keep on going with it. And my friend Missy said that she likes the channel we do because it feels like it teaches her more about me and more about us. So it's influencing people so far. Dee said, what's a good way to turn someone down without hurting their feelings? Since I like girls, guys sometimes they hit on me and stuff, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And once they come up to the point where they're like, you want to get together, you want to hang out, you want to kick it sometime, I'm like, if they're strangers, I say, dude, I don't go that way. And no, I have a girlfriend. Or if it's a friend, I'm like, see, I don't really feel that way for you. I kind of just see you as a friend. Ivy's question was, what's the craziest thing you've ever done? The things that I want to do, people think I'm crazy. Like, I personally want to go bungee jumping and skydiving and stuff. It looks fun. Okay, it's not the craziest thing ever, but so Mina and I were ditching our 7th period class, and we went to the lunchroom. One day they were checking IDs, and I had my old ID from the year before, which last year had 7th period lunch. Mina did the same thing because we had the same period last year as well. And then they were checking IDs, and then they were even taking the IDs because there was a lot of ditchers at that time. So we had this little clip in our IDs. After the security guards would check the IDs, they would take the clip off. So people were wearing their IDs with it just like this, with no card. So, and the security lady, we snuck out of the lunchroom and we're gonna go to the bathroom, but there's a security guard standing right there because they knew people would try and run. So they're like, stay right there. No, it's okay, you could hold it until you go to the bathroom, just go sit down. So we had the ID already taken off. We walked behind the girl that's checking our IDs, and we sat down, and the girl just looked at us and passed by because she thought she had our ID because we had the ID off. And once she was giving back the IDs, whatever, and she was passing by, then we clipped it back on, saying we had 7th period. So Mina and I were paranoid, thinking, what if they think that we ditched? What if she realizes she didn't take our IDs? And then when we gave back the IDs, we went to our locker and we got our coats and stuff and our backpacks. And then then when the bell rang for 8th period, we put our original ID back on. So we had the 8th period ID, and then we went up to the doors and then we just left. And then we're running out because the security guard that checked the IDs, she was by the door. So like we snuck around. There was a group of students like walking like right here. We went around like by them, so we're like right here. We snuck around, and when we went outside, we were running, and Mina's like, "Oh my god, that was such a rush! I want to do something else. Let's do something else crazy." Albert asked, "Have you dyed your hair, and what color?" First time I dyed my hair was, I think, my freshman year. I dyed my hair black. It looks black, but it's honestly like a really dark brown. It's just really dark. But I dyed all my hair black. My sophomore year, I had it all brown. It was like a really, really light brown. Not this summer, but last summer, I had Mina's mom dye my hair. Not all of it, just like the bottom part right here, the underlayer, whatever you want to call it. She bleached it for me, and then she dyed it red. So the bottom layer was red, and then this was all black. Yeah, so I had the bottom red, I've had it orange, I've had it every color of the rainbow, but the one color I wanted my hair to be, I never got it. I wanted my hair to be purple. So I've had this red, I've had it orange, I've had it brown, I've had it blonde, I've had it green, I've had it blue, I've had it yellow, but not purple. But yeah, all my hair, the only thing I ever did was dye it all brown and dye it all black. So I think you get the hint. My question is, if you were to be a virgin again, would you do things differently? Or would you just lose it the same way you did? For me, I wouldn't. If I was a virgin again, it wouldn't matter because Mina is the only person I've been with, and she's the one I lost it to. So I wouldn't do it over. She's my first and my last partner. Now, sex week. I'll be honest, when it comes to sex, I have my regrets. I've done stupid things at a young age because I didn't know any better, and the typical, he said he loved me, but yeah. I've done stupid things before, and I'm kind of like Thomas. I have my whore days, but not the whole hooking up thing. Benefits wise, just kissing wise, I have like a lot of them. Then I have a lot of exes, but none of them lasted long. I only had 2 serious relationships. But one guy I went out with, when he found out that I started dating this girl, he told her, "Good luck getting in her pants because I tried and she doesn't budge." I was like, wow. But turns out she got in my pants and he didn't. She was my first to receive anything playful. But I didn't have sex with her though. Another ex of mine, I went over his house and then we were just hanging out, and it turned into, we started making out on the bed and stuff, but it turned out he left his webcam on while we were making out, so his friends on Xbox Live were watching. But luckily we didn't do it. It was just kissing, that's it. And then afterwards, I wanted to go home, so I was like, fuck you. And then, I'd say probably 3 or 4 guys that I've dated just try to get in my pants. And then I dated 4 girls, and only 2 of them were serious relationships. And Mina is the only one that I actually went all the way with. And I don't regret it. We waited. It took about 9 months for us, and then, yeah, so I have it, and she has mine. But when it comes to sex and gay relationships, yeah, you're not gonna want to use a condom. Guys are like, oh, what's the big deal? Because you know guys go to the back. They'll be like, what's the big deal? It's not gonna catch anything. No. If you watch the L Word, and there you would think that's the typical gay relationship. Hookups, hookups, hookups. I personally don't believe in one-night stands or hookups. I personally think that sex is, I think it's something you share between someone you love. I remember when I was little, I always told myself, not unless I love them. And there was this guy friend I have that used to like me since I was little. And me and him kind of had a thing. It was just a benefit thing. And then he wanted to, and I was like, no. He's like, why? I'm like, because I don't love you. And he looked at me really weird, like, what? Because how often do you hear teenagers say that? They're just like, okay, let's go. But no. And yeah. So when it comes to girls, they don't want to use a condom because trust me, the girl condoms are weird. Very weird. So girls are like, oh, what's the big deal? But when it comes to girls, keep your hands clean. If you have any gunk under your nails and you go in, trust me, the girl's gonna get infected down there. It's not gonna be pretty. I read an article about that and stuff. It's like, oh, I was horrified. I was like, oh my god. And naturally, I'm a hand freak. I make sure my hands are always clean. And you can't be using those bedazzled nails and stuff, because if you go inside there, you're gonna rip inside there, and then the girl's gonna get an infection, and oh my god. And the guys, condoms. Guys, whether it's straight sex or gay sex for guys, condoms. And yeah, you don't know where the person's been. You gotta make sure you know where they are. And that's one thing that scares me about growing up. Because growing up, when it comes to adulthood, is just, hi, you hop into bed, then later get to know each other. That's what I noticed. And that's why I hope that Mina is the one I stick with for the rest of my life. Because I don't want to go through that. No, I believe in waiting for sex. I don't jump in, I wait. That's my opinion. Well, when it comes to sex, I've had my bad experiences and I haven't had good experiences just like everybody else, but I'm human, and I find it, I was telling Mina this yesterday, that whenever we do, I find that I share my body with somebody else. It's not something out of desires, it's something you do as a couple to, for one thing, keep the relationship going, and for another, because I feel like you have urges, it's not like the whole, I'm gonna prove it to you, but no. I told Mina that I feel my body connected with her, like, it's our hearts, I feel like our hearts merge together, and that's why it's originally called Making Love, not do it, not let's fuck, no, Making Love. You ever seen the movie 17 Again with Zac Efron? The little speech he gave in the sex ed room? I was like, yes, that's what I believe in, actually. But don't do hookups. Don't go home with someone at a bar or a club. Those are the two worst places. Better have safe sex, so wear latex. No glove, no love. And I personally find sex something you share with somebody you love, not just someone just for the fuck of it. Like, come on. I don't know. I don't like how this generation is, because nowadays I hear children in elementary schools having sex. And when I was little, I didn't know what the hell sex was until I was like, honestly, 14. I did not know what sex was at all. I didn't know how you make a baby or anything. I didn't know anything about I didn't. That innocent once upon a time. And to this day, I still don't believe in hookups. So I stick by my motto when I was little. I'm not going to do anything with you unless I love you. And I actually kept my promise. I found that hard to believe. And I always said, the one that I lose it to is the one I'm going to marry. And guess what? Mina and I were engaged. So I actually stuck by my motto. My 10-year-old self I listen to, and I'm already 19 years old. Yep. So that's it for Gay People Times 7. I am Lynn, and be safe.